All right. This is Vocab Lesson 1 for World Literature. This is the 5th course, and I'm on page 3. I'm going to talk about each word, emphasize a few things, but the majority of the time is going to be spent on the analogies. Now, I've included with my World Lit classes an analogy cheat sheet somewhere on Schoology. If you have that, and if you remember that from last year, it can help you. All right? So here we go. Our first word is accentuate. It is a verb. Now, the word I hear in there is accent. And our words, if we want to accent a syllable, we stress it. So if we accentuate, we stress something. We stress a point. Find a verb on page 5 that relates to that. That means the same thing. I'm moving on to the word ambiguous. Ambiguous is an adjective. And ambiguous, if you look at the sentence, the key context really helps you here. Talking about Frederick Douglass and Martin Luther King Jr., they show you what it means by giving you the opposite. They say they were not ambiguous. In fact, they were very clear. All right, so lucid, very specific. All right, so ambiguous means not clear or unclear. All right. Comprehensive is the next word. It's the adjective form. I was thinking about comprehension, which it is related to, but comprehension is a noun and comprehensive is an adjective. Comprehensive, well, let's talk about comprehend. If you comprehend something, you get it. You get the whole picture. Comprehensive means just that, the whole picture, all right? You get a comprehensive education at Lutheran High School. You get all that you need, all right? Number 4, felicitous, that OUS ending, definitely an adjective. And the key word in the sentence that I want to emphasize or accentuate is the word agreeable. All right. This sentence talks about how when Douglass spoke, it was at a good point, a good time, and the words that he used were felicitous because they were appropriate words for the time. All right, for the situation. Those words were appropriate words to use. There are some situations where, some words are just not appropriate to use, or ways of explaining something is just not appropriate. Certain words just not appropriate for a situation, right? And so felicitous means that his words were appropriate. People were ready to hear them and able to hear them. So he chose the correct words, all right, the felicitous words. Intricacy. Intricacy is a noun, okay? And I want to look at the sentence a little bit and use context some more. Yet his clear sense of justice helped him cut through the intricacy of the problem. Now that helps us out a little bit, but then take a look at the sentence before where it says not a simple issue. So if it's not simple, it's complex, and intricacy has everything to do with something being complex, all right? If you understand the intricacies of of a machine, then you have a better chance of fixing it. All right. I do not understand the intricacies of the computer, so I always have Mr. Mangus help me. Okay. Number 6, introspective is an adjective. The base word in there, the Latin root is spec, and it has everything to do with seeing, all right, with vision. Other words that relate, spectacles, okay, and a prospect. If I hike up in the mountains, I might get to look at a beautiful prospect. Introspective, though, let's look at some other, the prefix and the suffix. The suffix IVE makes it, all that does is make it an adjective. Intro means that you're looking inside, all right? Looking inside yourself. An introspective person has a clear understanding of what they are about. They look inside and they have a clear understanding of what they are about, okay? Let's see, I think that's good for that one. Number 7, provocative. That is an adjective. The IVE makes it an adjective. Now we may have been familiar with the word provoke. All right. If you provoke someone, you get them riled. You get them going. So provocative is something that gets people going. All right. Now, usually, if a young lady, dresses provocatively, it means they want to incite some sort of reaction. Okay. If a speaker speaks in a provocative way, it incites people to react, to have some sort of reaction. All right. Rhetorical. Rhetorical is the, let's see here. It is similar to, well, kind of similar to felicitous, but rhetorical is using your rhetoric, using your words, using your manner of speaking well, but it has kind of a negative connotation in that you do it to be impressive, or you can speak well and you know it, and so you are very showy in your language. Okay, that's rhetorical. All right. Let's see. Number 9, usurp is a verb. You're standing in line for next week for Chick-fil-A, and somebody cuts in front of you. They were in the back, and they cut in front of you. They butt in line. They usurp your position. They forcibly take your position. Okay. Now, this happens in the play Macbeth. Macbeth, forcibly takes King Duncan's. He kills King Duncan, and becomes king. So he usurps the throne. Okay. Anytime somebody butts in line, they are usurping. All right? Because usually when you butt in line, you kind of have to push somebody else out of the way. It has some force that goes along with it. And our last one, vernacular. Vernacular is a noun. Can be an adjective too, but it's a vernacular is your everyday language. It's not rhetorical, very showy and this sort of thing. And it may not be felicitous. It may not be necessarily appropriate, but it's kind of the language that you use every day. All right? So those are your words that should help you accomplish page 5. All right? I want you to turn to the analogies, and I'm going to help you do these. This is very similar to last year's lessons, just different words. Okay, so I'll help you with the main analogy. You use your cheat sheet. Number 1, allegory and story. Okay, an allegory is a noun, a story is a noun. Okay, I want you to use the template. Allegory is a type of story. That template is a classification template. Okay, use that template, it'll help you. Number 2, comprehensive. We just learned the meaning of that. Comprehensive is an adjective. Limited is an adjective. Look back at your definitions. Number 3, felicitous is an adjective. Appropriate is an adjective. Once again, we just went over that. Take a look. Okay. Number 4, one of my favorites because it can only be one thing. Ferocious is an adjective. Lion is a noun. Okay. Number 5, incongruous and harmonious. Incongruous is a word we'll get next week. It's an adjective. Harmonious is an adjective. Well, incongruent is another form of that word, and things don't jive in something that's incongruent, right? And so that should give you the answer to number 5, the main analogy. Number 6, intricacy and complexity are both nouns. Okay? Probably have similar meaning, right? Introspective is an adjective. Self-analysis is a noun. Adjective, noun can only be one thing. Characteristic quality. Number 8, prologue is a noun. A play is a noun. Okay, so let me get a visual aid. Okay, here's a play. And let's pretend, because this one, of course, I grabbed one that doesn't have a prologue, but the prologue would be right here. I grabbed the wrong play. A prologue would be right here. Okay? Here's the whole play. Here's the prologue. It's a small part of a whole, right? Number 9, protagonist is a noun. Character is a noun. Hey, go up to number 1. A protagonist is a type of character. Okay, use that template. And number 10, provocative. Provocative is an adjective. Stimulating is an adjective. Okay. Synonyms? Probably so. All right. I hope this helps you out. If you have any further questions, please let me know.